Hello, everybody. MantaRei back in Space Engineers. We got infinitely many looking off into the distance, deeply,
Should be looking. I don't
thoughtfully.
know.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, that's probably a really bad idea. Don't do that. Okay. I was about to run off the edge of the mountain, not looking in front of me. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while. We are recording this on Sunday the 29th. Thursday got away from me, it seems, and I had some work stuff going on that I had to deal with, and I actually have work stuff again this next week. It's going to be a super fun time for me. We're doing some email migrations, which... anyway, I know, right? Lame. But in the meanwhile, we've been doing all kinds of stuff. Infinitely Many and I got our first episode of the Reach campaign going, which is really great. I've been doing a bunch of Halo CE campaign playthroughs, so that's a lot of fun. I think I'm on episodes. I'm gonna be going on episode 7 soon. I think I've only published up to 5. No, I think I've published up to 4. 5 and 6 I think are coming. I've already recorded them. They're ready to go. I just need to publish them, so they are ready to go as well. But this is our 28th episode of Economy Survival, now with 0 economy, because we haven't gotten to space and done anything with any of those stations. So it is what it is. No new mods today. Last time we played, we had a bit of a struggle because we were trying to get my sound dialed in a little bit on my headphones. The new update came out and ravaged this world. We could not load this world for whatever the reason. Probably some mod conflict or something. That it seems to be fixed. We are in. The mods all seem to be working, except the dang crosshair mod. That's usually F2 toggles my crosshair off and on. I can't do that right now. So y'all are gonna have to deal with the crosshair for a while unless I turn my UI off, in case crosshair goes away, which is a new feature of the latest version of Space Engineers. I was wanting to talk to Infinitely Many about maybe doing a Frostbite playthrough at some point. It's the new scenario that came out with this version of Space Engineers. I think it'd be a lot of fun. A lot of the Space Engineers YouTubers have started doing Frostbite run-throughs, and I kind of wanted to play it, but I was like, I'm gonna hold off, see if Infinitely Many wants to play. I just started playing the Lost Colony survival from the last update, and I think I've had my very first jump scare ever in Space Engineers. And I was in a building, I had my gun out, and I'm coming around the corner, and I just climbed up a ladder, and there's a top level, and I'm looking around. I look one way, okay, nothing. I turn the other way, and all of a sudden, an interior turret just starts unloading, and I was like, oh! And I jump. I was at work, by the way, and I was playing, and I was in my office. It was lunch break, and all of a sudden I just go, oh! And I jump back, and I'm sure someone heard me suddenly shout out in my office, which was a lot of fun. But so if he's interested, great. If not, maybe I'll just do my own single playthrough. But I think it'd be a lot of fun. Maybe when we wrap up our Reach campaign, we can jump on a Frostbite scenario.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, actually. I tell you, I've never really played any of their real scenarios before, but playing the Lost Colony one, it's a lot of fun. I actually really like it. It's a lot more like a looter shooter campaign kind of thing where you're going through, and the Lost Colony is you show up, you're finding all these data pads with like history of this this colony, basically interactions between people, records, census records, all kinds of stuff like that. And there's tons of buildings and underground mines and all kinds of cool stuff, and basically you have to go through it all and basically find out what happened to this colony that died. And all the while, you're playing Space Engineer, so you start out with this rover and you can modify it and grind down whatever you want and rebuild and do what you want to do. So I know it's a very different way to play Space Engineers, so it's fun. But anyway, guys, episode 28, Space Engineers, Economy Survival, here we go. So last time we got the turtle worked on, we got the narwhal worked on. They are both flyable and functional. Is the turtle weaponized yet, or no?
The turtle is a peace-loving creature.
Ah, I
So
see.
I think I'm gonna. That's why I was asking you about guns and stuff
Yes.
earlier. is I want to make something offensive.
Offensive to nature or offensive in the
You know,
predatory?
both.
Okay. Well, okay, so yes, the questions you asked a couple questions. The first question you asked was, what is the largest gun you can put on a ship in this game, basically? In vanilla, Gatling guns and missile turrets. That's basically all you got. Modded wise, why, there's plenty, good sir. Off the top of my head, the orbital coil cannon, I think, is one of the largest I know of. I believe there was an old Warhammer 40k gun called the Nova Cannon. I don't know if that still works or not. I know that was enormous. And then, of course, there's the spinal weaponry that...
No weaponry.
Yeah, that you can use, and that's really just link it up as much as you want, and it can get as long as you want. And that can get really, really strong. It's a laser, and it's basically it's to be mounted on a ship, you know, long ways. And the more of them you have in a row, the stronger the beam, and it'll shoot a really powerful weapon. There's also the 2-centimeter beam weapons. I think those are outdated now, but those were kind of the same thing. They were way more technical. You had to basically generate your laser beam. You had to bounce your beam all the way around, and the more you spun it around, the stronger it could get, the more you reflected it, the more power you put into it, and then you could open up a deflector to shoot the beam, and then you know, close it. It was very involved, but it was nifty. I mean, it was a cool thing. But as far as like size goes, it wasn't very large. But yeah, as far as like actual, like, what is the biggest gun I can have? Either the Nova Cannon or the Orbital Coil Cannon, I think, are the actual largest guns you can have. For a small ship, though, obviously, you can have tons of small weaponry. Interior turrets are an easy one to throw on because they don't have to be piped. They have their own magazines you can fill them with, and obviously they can run out, which is, you know, a problem. But they're small, they're anti-personnel, they do work a bit on ships, they're just a lot weaker. Gatling turrets, missile turrets, obviously, rocket launchers are a thing you can use, and then when you leave vanilla, there's all kinds of stuff. So we have several weapons packs on. Let's see, what would be a good place to look? If you open up your G menu and you go to... directed energy weapons, there's a handful of weaponry there. Mostly large ship, but also some small ship, it looks like. Yes. Let's see. HSR is a good one to look at. Inspired weaponry is another one to look at. Inspired weaponry is also the IW, so IW Civ, IW Heavy, IW Mech Warrior. There's a lot of stuff.
I'm thinking of making like a small, really maneuverable ship. My headphones are dying, so they're screaming in my ear.
Oh no!
But something like small and maneuverable. And so the turtle obviously is a peace-loving creature that doesn't have any weapons, but especially for like the intruders in our neighborhood, when we were driving up to them, like, that didn't go well at all.
No.
Because we're just driving right up and they gun us down. But if we could fly, we'd be a lot better at this. And then we'd have stuff that it could work here and up in space too. Whereas, you know, I don't know if I want to try to make something that'll do both necessarily, because I don't know, I haven't decided. But I'm thinking something small and maneuverable that I can fly around here.
Absolutely.
The turtle's mostly just for moving stuff around.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, so if you want to work on something that's not the turtle, yeah, start crafting something. So then your second question, if I remember correctly, was dealing with cockpits. That was actually, I think, was your first question, was cockpits. So obviously, as you see with the turtle, you have a rover cockpit on the front of the turtle. That lets you pop into it and control it. You can drive it from there, all that jazz. If you pop up to the narwhal and look inside his door, you'll see that there is a control seat. It's a big seat with a big display in front of it. It works the exact same way, and you can tell because it's got little joysticks on the handles. You drive from it, you tilt with your mouse. All that stuff is controlled by this control seat. There's also, for large grid, what's called a flight seat, which is the same seat basically, but with a shorter screen, so you can see past it. Because if you're sitting in the seat, the screen's kind of like in your face. You can't see very well past it. But the flight seat has a slight shorter one. There's also a utility cockpit. What's it called? If you search for cockpit, you get what's called the industrial cockpit. That's small grid and large grid, it looks like. The regular cockpit is both small grid and large grid. There's the fighter cockpit, which is small grid only. And then you've got what we have on here, the azimuth open cockpits, which are basically just seats with control sticks on them, so they can fit in some really good places. And then if you go to not seat, seat, flight seat is the other one. So there's flight seats, passenger seats, and then the small control seats for small grid are a thing you can do as well. And the point of that is, like, for a small grid, if you slap a cockpit on it, you get in the cockpit and you're just in the cockpit and you can look around, you can see how the cockpit is, what it is. For a large ship, you can put this seat, like I did with the Narwhal, kind of away. Nobody can really see me and I can't see them, but I can go third person or use cameras and I can see what I'm looking for. But you could also build a really cool, like, bridge around these seats. There's also control centers and things, and there's tons of mods for any kind of control seat or cockpit you want to set up. But anyway, hopefully that answers your question. So I believe your question was like, you have a cockpit so you can see out of it, but can't you put one somewhere else? Yes, absolutely. And that's kind of what I did with the Narwhal.
Oh, I want to build a thing. I first build a little platform to build it on.
Yeah, so the easiest thing for you to do is going to be, and I can put it right here for you, so we can put it right next to this, is let's drop a... Let's make it not pink.
Where's Bob will eat it.
There you go.
Ah.
And let me use my browns.
On a signal. We're to fly up to an unknown signal and just drop at the same speed at it as
you could do that.
Like hit the button in the air.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
You absolutely could. Alright, so let me see. Let me drop on here a control panel, which I have right here. Oh, I hear dog.
Grumpy dog.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Oh, I'm upside down.
Alright, so this is ready for you whenever you're ready to start building.
I was trying to get this unknown signal, but I think it crashed and died.
Ah, that happens. You know, Crush's name is Crush the War Turtle, and yet it has no weapons.
Yeah, that's true. He has a very different approach to war. He rethinks war. And his name.
Crush the Peace Turtle.
Yeah.
Alright, so as far as the Narwhal goes, Narwhal is shielded and has a couple small cannons. I feel like it needs something else. Oh, okay. Whoop, I just almost fell to my death. Am I missing food? I get coffee. Alright. Let me go empty my suit. And then I think I'm gonna take
Oh,
the
Pop,
narwhal
don't.
out for a minute.
He's just gonna build stuff while I guess that's better.
Yeah, he's gonna build it while you place it, unless you build it in the color that he ignores, in the ignore color.
Better that he just makes it.
Shield components. There we go. We need to have. Let's have 100 in this. And there are unknown signals out the wazoo today.
Oh.
Alright, so pretty sure the narwhal is full up on ice, but I can check it out and see. What are we looking at ice-wise? Ooh, no, 39. That's not near enough. Alright, let's take off here. Let's get our thrusters on. Oh my goodness, that's like some deep rumble. And up we go, and over we go, and there we go. My tank, stockpile on. Nice. How much ice are we looking at still over here? 8, 13. Ooh, the large cargo container is full. That would be why. We should probably stop the drilling then. Velocity is going to be 0. And where are my rotors? This one is the one we want. That's that velocity of 0. Let's put a rotor lock on that. Let me see. I got a small cargo container that's apparently full of stone for some reason. Ah, that would be why. It needed a place to throw all that stone. There's a strong unknown signal coming in.
Are you anywhere close to us?
Yeah, it's coming in right over here. Hopefully it drops a chute. It's going to be a whole lot closer. I mean, near the ground. Come on, don't crash. Don't crash. Oh, it's so far away. think it might be okay. Nope, it just went away.
Died.
My guess is it crashed. And that's pretty lame. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Yeah. Rats.
Is there a way to tell if something is large grid only or small grid only, or?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I just died for reasons I'm not sure why.
Reasons unknown.
Yes, very unknown reasons indeed. Where is my body? It's 4.56 kilometers away. Gonna need a tank. Or no, a bottle. Gonna need a couple of bottles. And a battle rifle. Okay, so is it easy way to know? Yes, if you're in your G menu and you're looking at the part, like hover your cursor over the part, and you'll see over on the right hand side where the info pane comes up, there is a large square where there's a large square with a small square inside of it. Small square inside of it means it's small grid, and just the large square means it's large grid. If you have both, that means there is a version of it that is small grid and large grid. They may not be called the same thing, but they both exist.
Got it. This HSR stuff looks awesome, but it's only
Yes.
large grid. Wait, these ones down here, right?
Yeah, not all of them. I'm pretty sure some of them will be what you're looking for.
The cool looking ones are large grid only now.
Well, yes. They're designed for a
called...
large ship in mind, so they can't be mounted to a small little guy.
This thing is just called the HSR Zeus. What is that? How unhelpful.
The Zeus.
Know what it is? Dang, it's huge. Like, look this stuff up and find out what it is, because there's no information given for any of it.
Yeah, because it's all modded. So it's up to the person's discretion to actually put something, you know.
Mm.
All right. There we go. Oh dear. Oh, calm down. Let's take this stone up there and see if we can't stash this somewhere. Oh dear, careful. Don't die on doors.
What do laser turrets use? They don't use ammunition.
No. Some of them generate their own charge. So what you end up with is they do actually use ammunition simply because of the way that, like, guns work in this game. They would have to use ammunition, but they generate their own. Okay, I'm falling.
Oh?
Hello. The narwhal has beached itself. Hello. So
Where we meant to put it.
I've got a bit too much cargo. Is my
Shield
problem.
emitter. Got a shield?
Yes, I do. Yes, as I said, it's shielded. I didn't want to lose another ship, so we're doing the best we can.
Controller tube, shield air pressurizer, ship shield emitter.
So you need an emitter and a controller.
Only the emitters only come in large grid.
They do not. They look different for you. There should be like a round circular looking thing.
There's ship shield emitter, and there's just a big square. Oh, maybe it's one of the sub options.
It's station shield emitter, ship shield emitter. It's the little round one, or the rectangular one called ship shield emitter. So if you hit G,
that
and then
guy.
yeah.
I see.
All right, Narwhal, what do you think? Can you fly? She can't. She can't. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. All you gotta do is up. Up, 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 up. Come on. Upsy daisy, upsy daisy, upsy daisy. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's get to the connector. Nope, let's get to the connector. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Upsy, 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 upsy.
It's gonna take me forever.
Hey, what's going on?
Making things. I don't really know what I have to work with, and I have to kind of plan it out because I don't know what anything does really yet. So
yeah. Well, the easiest thing to do for you is you can start with functional blocks, or you can kind of start framing it out and fit your functional blocks later. Personally, I know, like, so for instance, you're going to try to take this thing off planet.
Well, I guess that's an important decision to make. I want it to be small.
Uh-huh.
And like highly maneuverable.
Mm-hmm.
So, like if it was gonna go into outer space, it would need to be larger, because you probably have more things that it needs.
Okay.
If I can get away with like atmospheric thrusters and just have this one be an atmospheric one, because I'm pretty sure you said that there's a lot more involved with making something that'll go in outer space.
Not so much. It's really, you just have to be concerned about oxygen, and if you're going to be in space on hydrogen, that you got enough hydrogen action going on. But if you are using ion thrust, you just need electricity. So you probably would want atmospheric for here, and then ion for space.
Like, should I be making it out of heavy armor?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, see,
you're gonna be too heavy to get off the ground, really. Heavy armor is really great for space because you don't weigh anything. But on planets, heavy armor is gonna crash you into the ground for the most part because it's heavy as all get out.
No.
Okay, did we get rid of all that stone? I think it's a small cargo. No, it's still here. Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. I hooked up to this this conveyor thinking, I was like, oh, I'll hook up to this conveyor and get my stuff out of the way. No, you won't. There's nothing here. Okay, now let's get rid of this. Oh, there we go. And I think these are conveyored up to the rest of the station. So now I can ditch all that stone I have for no reason. Alright. Oh dear.
What's that?
Ah, Bob got rid of a block too early, so it fell into the Narwhal's shield and it blew up. There we go, new cargo connection. Now, get this stone out of here.
Garbage out.
Tear down this stone. Looking for a... Okay. Large cargo. Get in there. There we go. Now we're good. Now we can fly again. We're having some struggles with all that stone. Oh yeah. Okay. Now let me see. Who is the nearest victim? The Milt Missile Post Mark 1. That would be the closest. Oh no. The Milt Missile Post Mark 1 that way is the closest. Alright, well, let's go. Let's go check it out. Might as well, right? That's my braking thrust. Excellent.
Blake's gone well.
Yes, it's going very well. My guns were off. Again. I don't know why I keep doing this. Get him! Oh no! What are you shooting at?
Nothing.
No, it's... Hurry! Oh dear! Oh dear, missiles! Lots of missiles.
Play.
Okay, you guys don't have to shoot at missiles when the missiles have already passed us. Okay, how are we doing? Lots of maneuvering. Not a lot of problems. Something's smoking. Oh, my hydrogen engine's on fire. Aye, Captain, we pushed her too hard. Too many missiles. Shields down. Oh, ouch! Shield down. What did we hit? Nothing as far as I can tell. Alright, shields are back. We're still on fire. Oh, my guns. Okay, we're coming back to base. We've lost all offensive weaponry.
Narwhal's triumphant return.
Well, oh! Okay, I don't know what happened. Apparently we're out of power. And our engine's dead. Okay, come on, baby. Let's not do this. Okay, no, this isn't good. This is not good. This is not good. We're slowly sliding down the mountain. She wasn't built to have shields. Her battery power. No.
Crap.
Okay, shields off. Do we have any battery power at all? No, we don't. Do we have any ice in our inventory? No, we do not. So we can't even use... We got a hydrogen engine, though, with hydrogen. I just need to... Come on, baby. I gotta get out. We gotta get out. Okay. Oh, no, she's going down. She's going down the mountain. Hang on, honey. No. Up. I need large steel tubes, quick.
Oh, there you are. Helping. Holding from the back. I'm pushing.
Alright, we're on. Come on, baby. Turn the hydrogen engine on.
I think it's helping. I'm just flying against.
Okay, what happened? Our hydrogen engine's on. What happened? Why did we run out? We probably can't pipe her. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We just need a battery. We just need a battery. Everything's gonna be okay. We just need a battery. Why do I always run out of power? I never think these things through, man.
Oh.
Oh, oh, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 turtle, no!
Oh no. Oh no.
What is it? Go, baby, go. Okay. Oh no, 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 no.
Hey, the day is saved. It'll cut the port stuck to
I
his
know,
butt.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry.
To run out of hydrogen. Oh, oh no! Oh no.
Did you miss the mountain?
Hey, damn it. I hit the mountain, but I flew over to the platform really quickly, and then it cut out. So I was moving quickly when it cut out, and skipped right off the platform, went down the mountain.
Oh my goodness. I gotta be more careful. I don't know what's going on. At least the narwhal's okay. I mean, she crashed into the ground, but she's doing okay. Oh, come on. How am I out of power cells? I thought I pulled everything I needed. Cannot withdraw 31 power cells. Okay, fine. Man, I cannot believe I did something really dumb. It's not a good one. Not a good day.
There's gray wastewater. I'm guessing I don't want that.
That's what's generated from your suit when you eat and drink.
Ah. I like how waste is in quotation marks.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Fill up my bottles real quick.
Okay, we should have plenty of power now, honey.
Speaking of power, I'm gonna have to power my ship somehow. What do you recommend?
Well, batteries are a good run.
MantaRei.
Batteries are good, reactors are good. The narwhal lives.
Oh, reactors are really small.
Yes, small reactors are very small.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They also do not give off a lot of power.
Oh.
They're very tiny. So, and remember what we talked about last week, I think, where reactors can give off some power, some good power for a short amount of time in bursts.
Yeah.
But batteries are really good at letting, at really delivering, over time. Oh my goodness, that was obnoxious. Okay, we need better weapons.
Have you ever messed around with small batteries, or do you just use standard?
Yeah, on a small grid like yours, you could definitely have a couple small batteries in addition to a large battery, maybe. Or just put tons of small batteries. It's up to you.
Alright. Like what I'm hearing.
Where's that? Let's turn that off.
I'm like a really bad plastic surgeon, and it's taken me this entire time to do half of a nose.
Whoa. Something weird is going on. That's so strange. Whoa. So I was coming in for a landing, and as I'm getting close to the base to land, all of a sudden, like, my screen flashes, like, the opening to the stream, and then immediately goes back to me just hanging out. Something weird's going on. I'm so confused. Okay, let's see. What's happening? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, we need a drill.
And like frame it out, and then I'll go in and remove sections and insert things like batteries and stuff.
That's good unless suddenly your stuff becomes structural.
For that.
So, like, if you're like, oh, I'll have this, and then I'll just cut this piece out, and then you cut your ship in half.
Right.
So be careful. Okay, the narwhal needs something. What do we need? We definitely need more batteries.
What batteries does the Narwhal have?
Narwhal currently only has one battery because she's a hydrogen ship. Not good. Not good enough.
One like turtle-sized battery, or larger than
one
turtle?
battery that's like the turtles, like the turtle.
Oh.
It is. Where is her battery? I think it's tucked away somewhere, hidden under. Oh, here it is, right here.
They the large batteries that
Yes.
are like a large block size.
Yes, it's a large grid, large battery. So it's these two dots here. This is the battery. It's the size of one full block.
Yeah. I gotcha.
And in fact, we could
Is that the reactor, right? What is this large?
the green? That
the
is her
sphere.
gyroscope.
That's enormous.
Yes, yes, it is. Okay, this looks safe. Is there anything under here? No, there is not. So guess what we're getting? One more battery.
MantaRei.
And unfortunately, we're gonna have to ditch this one, but that's okay.
You can use things like batteries as structural objects.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the turtle has that. Right?
Absolutely.
Matter if the batteries are, or if just critical components like that are exposed?
Not
They get
necessarily.
shot.
I mean, yeah, you just don't want them to get shot. Yeah, so as long as you keep them somewhere safe-ish, where they're not just like out in the open, where you have shields or something like that, then I think you'll probably be okay. I think we're going to redesign a part of the narwhal here. In fact, I think we're going to do something a little special.
If I put, like place a block
Uh-huh.
and then grind it away,
Mhm.
am I losing anything? Is there like diminishing
It
returns with placing blocks and
depends.
grinding them?
On the block. If for like 99% of blocks, no, doesn't matter. You get everything back that you get. With batteries, I think you still lose the power cells that you put into them. So if you build a battery up to full and then you drill it and then you grind it all the way away, you lose the power cells and you don't get them back. But I think that's the only thing. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to need to drop her down. Let's put a temporary tank up here.
I don't plan on this ship being very big, so there's one. I don't know what size this is. One. The standard battery. It's like it's wider than it is tall. Kind of battery.
Yeah. It's just regular battery, yeah.
It's
You
not
got
like
that. It depends what your ship is running off of. If your ship is running off of like atmospheric thrusters or ion thrusters, then probably not. You'll probably need a little bit more. So like 2 batteries, maybe. And you can just put the next one like behind it if you want to.
I'm thinking either behind it or below it, because I want the cockpit to be at the back and then it to kind of stick out in the front, kind of like a needle, but with wings.
A needle with wings.
It's forming in my mind as it's forming on the stand.
That's good.
Here.
That's good, man. That's good.
There. Below
So
it,
let's-
but I can put other stuff below it too.
How are we doing? Full up. Okay, 94. He should have all of the hydrogen. Let's turn that off. Let's come over here. Turn those engines on. Okay, she locked on. Six. Switch. Let's do 6. Okay, there we go. Narwhal is down and locked. So I can start working on her aft quarters. Wink.
Sense.
Alright, so now in theory, this tank should have nothing in it. Yep, nothing. Okay, so don't feel bad getting rid of it. Okay, let's ditch that. Let's ditch that.
You said I need a battery. I'm sorry, a shield emitter and a shield controller.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Controller. Shield enhancer. Modulator.
I wonder if there's a...
Do me any benefit to have more than one of either of those things?
No, not at all. I think... Ooh, that's good. Whoa! What is blowing up out there? Let's just look at this. Let's drop this down here. Let's see. This versus this. Let's build the two, shall we? Well, actually, I can just see how much this is. 250 kiloliters. Kiloliters. Okay. This is the same size. It's a good looking hydrogen tank. Let's see. Okay. Oh. And let's take... I wonder if this is going to be too much. Oh, whoops. They're going the wrong way. Oh, well. They're just tanks. What do you think about this? Come take a look at this.
Wrong way. This blue thing here?
Yeah, the dual tanks in the back. What do you think? No, over here. Like, over at the Narwhal.
Oh.
Narwhal's having some work done.
These four?
These are hydrogen tanks to replace her center line tank that she had.
They're off center.
They are off center. I knew they were off.
Really off center.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
That's okay.
All of these just to fuel all the thrusters?
Yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Inventory full.
Well, the one on the top is just holding all her
Inventory
fuel right now.
full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I needed to throw a tank on her so that I could store all her fuel while I got rid of these other tanks. There we go. How's that? I knew something was off. I was like, she looks off center.
Just got some junk in the trunk.
I know, right? I'm thinking this might be better. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Alright, so. That's a cargo container. This is her...
Inventory full.
Yes, I know. no, 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 no. You stay. You go. Yeah, I'm thinking... These are side thrusters. This really opens up the space here a little bit. Yeah. And what is this just? This is just this here. Oh, never mind.
Inventory full.
Never mind. Never mind. That... What? Oh, I swear I'm better than this.
Shield controller need to go on in any particular direction? Because I notice it specifies that it has a front and a rear.
It specifies it has a front and a rear because when you say you want to fortify shields, it knows which is which. So, but other than that, no, he doesn't have to be anywhere. The shield emitter has to be on the outside of the ship. It has to have a clear line of sight to the outside of the ship.
Inventory full.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Well, at least this gives me plenty of time and space to open up the rear. So what's going on down here? Gyroscopes down there. That's what that is. Cargo container. Let's drop this off on a... boom. Another junction. More back here. Let's put more controls panel.
Is it okay if the front of the large atmospheric thrusters are not exposed to the air?
Yes, that's just a design aesthetic. Okay. We needed the space anyway, guys.
fuel low. Not good. Hit the ground.
What's happening?
Lady in my ear said that my fuel was low.
Oh, I gotcha.
That was the last thing I heard before I hit the cliff last time.
That's always the last thing you hear right before you hit the cliff.
Yeah.
Fuel critical.
now
Huh?
Now that I'm out of hydrogen, I bet I could walk down the mountain to the base. Or...
Yeah, you could right there. Yep. Or you could fill your bottles from the build and repair that's right up here. That's a thing too. Because there's an open cargo port right here.
Go, you can do it. Here's this.
What are you looking for? Build and repair? It's right
Yeah,
there.
what is...
Yeah, you see how it's got the cargo port? You can access all the cargo.
Okay.
Actually, you could refill
Oh,
your bottles
yeah.
from the tanks right here that have nothing in them. They are completely empty.
Put them into the thing. and
Yeah, there's
then-
no
I'm
there's no
filling.
ice. Yeah, there's no ice. Hold on. there's no hydrogen in the system. Hold on a second. Assuming there's some here. Yes, there is. Uh-oh. They don't have enough power. Or do they? It's hard to tell.
There's two in here that are full, so I'm gonna take these.
Go for it.
And then once ice goes in here, the ones I left in there will fill, and it'll be.
Yeah,
That'd
I'm
be
grabbing
great.
some right now. I'll drop it off. There you go. Yeah, have some gravy. Alright, we got a little bit of ice in the system.
Wheat.
It's part of my system.
Be part of your system.
Oh, man. Alright, I guess I could use half blocks, huh? Could.
Any downward facing thrusters are enough.
How many?
There's-
Mm.
If they're small atmospheric thrusters, how many are enough?
How many aren't enough? Depends on the weight of your ship.
It's not supposed to be very big, but start with 4, and we'll find out if that's not enough.
I wonder if this needs to be a little bit different. Oh, I need to use that. There we go. That's better. Oh, wait. No, that's not better.
Atmospheric thrusters use battery power, right?
They do indeed. They do indeed. Okay. I'm thinking. Yes. take this? No, we don't, because we need to think
What?
about this.
I want to build in the spot where the post is holding up the ship. So if I just run the block out to the front
Yes.
and remove this one, that'll be
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
Because it's just clearly not balanced at all. But
Correct. Yeah, it doesn't matter. These blocks are incredibly strong. So yeah, if you bring that all the way down and then over, you can delete all the blocks going up, up to your ship.
something like that, that'll work.
Yep, that'll be just fine. There you go. It's all good. Look at those thrusters moving.
Is there a big difference between hydrogen thrusters and atmospheric thrusters, other than
The get up and go
oh,
is pretty. Dang it! Is pretty impressive.
hydrogen is better?
Hydrogen will speed you on your way stupid fast.
I like the idea, the sounds of that.
Yeah, they're for something like your ship, they're really good to have as like a as like an emergency thrust. So like you could have like a ground vehicle that has like not hidden necessarily, but hidden hydrogen thrust so that you can kick it on like if you need to get up higher or something like that, you know, climb up a mountain better.
They have to be piped, as you say.
They do. Hydrogen thrusters have to be piped. Yeah, that is the one downside. And they consume hydrogen, so you also have to have a hydrogen tank somewhere to supply them with hydrogen.
We're gonna go for it. It sounds like the right thing to do. Then, what are the batteries doing in that case?
What are the batteries doing?
Yeah.
You still have all your
Once
other stuff that you have to power.
What?
All those thrusters you have on your ship?
Taking those off and putting hydrogen ones on there.
Oh, you're taking them off.
I'm gonna use hydrogen ones.
Oh, hydrogen exclusively, you say?
Well, yeah, that's what the turtle runs on. Turtle runs pretty good.
All right. You say so.
I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just like slapping things in places and best.
I gotcha. Then you still need batteries, especially because you have a shield generator.
Do I still need as many?
I would keep them simply because you have a shield generator.
Yeah.
And because you have a shield generator, they take some oomph.
There's hydrogen tank and small hydrogen tank.
Small hydrogen tanks are new.
Oh.
Yeah, exciting.
But they both have both block sizes, like, or both grid sizes listed.
They're both just subsets of themselves. So the hydrogen tank itself does have a large grid and a small grid version. They look identical. What you don't have is the small hydrogen tank on a large grid, at least as far as I know. It's a brand new block, so I really don't know. Let me find out. Small hydrogen tank.
The small hydrogen tank try.
Oh, you can. They do fit on large grid. I stand corrected.
the thruster directly on the port, the hydrogen tank?
You can.
Does that count as porting it?
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, what's this guy's story? How much has he got? 93.4. This guy
Stories
is
keep us
rough.
happy. If I use hydrogen, then I could go into outer space if I wanted to.
You absolutely could, and you can operate 100% in space without worrying about needing a different type of thruster.
We like that.
Okay, we fell.
Ah.
Okay.
Inventory's full. I put something in this build and repair system up here. Does
Uh-huh.
it go down to where everything else lives? Too?
It does.
Nice. This is, don't know what this is, don't know that.
Oh, dang it, I need side thrust. Oh, that's okay. I can do this. Well, actually, hold on. Alright, let's go inside. Let's figure this out. Inside. Alright, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to put this here. That's lame. And this is gonna... Okay. Okay. That's enough. That's enough on that.
There's gyroscope and there's gyroscope 1 by 1.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
That's an
difference?
encased gyroscope.
They don't function any differently.
No, they don't function any differently. One's a modded one. It's basically, it's 1 by 1, meaning it's the size of a block rather than a gyroscope that attaches itself only on one plane. Okay, explain to me why this isn't attached. This was supposed to be attached. I'm having some real struggles over here.
Nah.
Now the question is, what am I going to do with this?
Oh, and highly maneuverable. I need multiple gyroscopes.
Yeah, more than one, I would say. How? but why? And these have tons of hydrogen in them. And I think they're moving. They're also moving. Okay, well, rather keep the parts than lose them. Bye-bye, hydrogen. Why do we do this? Why do we suffer?
Learned.
Yeah, actually, I think I know that was going that way. Well, now that those are gone, how much does this thing hold? $17.5 kiloliters. Ooh. Well, let's see. I think that's a 3x3. So 9. So 17.5. 157. That's not as much as a large. I thought they were 250. No. Okay, let's not cut these off ever again. It's not cool. Alright, how's it going over there?
Very slowly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Probably very well. Slow and steady wins the race, I believe.
Yeah. Not winning any races over here. I have gyroscopes. I have backwards facing thrusters. Shield generators. Shield controller and a shield, whatever the other thing was. Oh, no, just the shield controller, my bad.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
put the other shield thing in. Because it's a weird, it's like the shield controller, but it's half the thickness.
Yeah,
So
and it's round.
weird to-
Unless you are using the flat one, using the flat one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it's a half block height.
There, so right on the end of these little 2x1 bases that I've put here,
Uh-huh.
is there a block I can put on the front of those that... Oh, never mind. I still don't think it does what I want it to do. Never mind.
So cute. Alright, now you're gonna need an O2 generator for your hydrogen, unless you don't intend to make your own fuel.
We'll have one of those.
I don't think you do. I see hydrogen tanks. batteries, and thrusters.
You put in hydrogen and the thing on the ship converts that into fuel, or
No, so you give it ice, and it converts that into hydrogen and oxygen. Or
I was just gonna
you
fill
could
the
just
tanks with hydrogen.
yeah, or you could just fill the tanks with hydrogen, but you have to connect to something to do that.
Oh right.
So you have to pipe in that hydrogen, and I don't see a connector on here either.
That's definitely not one of them. Then I'm gonna have to do that. Well, yeah, but I don't have any. What are they called?
So if you
Cargo
look
blocks
at
either.
yes, you don't have any cargo either. So if you look at this, this is a. I'm gonna put this here. You don't actually have to keep it there. That is an O2 generator. It will look like something like that. It has a large port on the bottom and 2 small ports on the top here, and you can put it in any orientation you want.
But I have to pipe the hydrogen from
From
that thing
this
to the tanks.
to the tanks, and the tanks need to be piped to the thrusters.
Yeah.
And then ice needs to be somewhere. So you can put ice directly into this from its small conveyor on the back, or its large conveyor on the back, or you can have a cargo connector somewhere. See, look, you can see it from here if you get down here. You can see that large cargo port on the bottom. You see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that needs to be either on a conveyor, on a connector, on something, so that it can supply hydrogen to the ship, to the tanks at least, and then the tanks can deliver it. Or you can park this ship on another ship that has hydrogen, and you can suck all the hydrogen into your tanks. The problem is you need to connect somewhere. You need a connector of some kind to do that.
Yeah.
So those are just things.
What I mean is that I'm designing, but I don't really know how anything works, so I end up
Yeah.
having to remove stuff.
Yeah, I
and
gotcha.
Totally redo stuff.
Yeah, for a ship that what you're looking at making, which is a small, fast, like craft,
Yeah.
and you want to use hydrogen, you're going to need tanks, which you are very lucky because Keen introduced those small hydrogen tanks just in
Yeah.
this update. They used to all be those big, obnoxious round ones, and if they're round, you can't build off of them very well. They're really obnoxious. So these small rectangular ones that are like flat squares, they are great. I'm really excited to work with these because I've never gotten to. So that's good. You can make your ship smaller because you can use these small hydrogen tanks, but you still need to be able to make fuel or connect to something that has fuel so that you can survive. Now, if you want to put a couple atmospheric thrusters on there somewhere so that you can ferry yourself to a connection port, then you can suck in all the hydrogen you want. But you got to be able to get to a port. So like with the Narwhal here, she has an O2 generator right here, so that she can suck in, ice and convert it into hydrogen for her tanks and all her thrusters. She also has a hydrogen engine that runs off of hydrogen to basically in an emergency so we can have power if need be. And then these massive things in the back are her hydrogen tanks where she's storing all the hydrogen she needs to run. So there's a lot when it comes to hydrogen craft you have to have involved, which is why sometimes like the thrust, atmospheric thrusters and ion thrusters are sometimes better because you don't have to worry about all this stuff. You don't have to store your fuel. You don't have to do all this stuff. It's a lot easier. But yeah, ions only work in, well, I say they only work. They primarily work in space. Atmospheric thrusters decrease at a rate as they leave atmosphere, and ion thrusters decrease at a rate as they enter atmosphere. I need some food. My coffee is not cutting it. I'm getting down to eight hungry, or 8 food, whatever you want to call it. See, I know we were making something. Ooh, let me get a Martian special. Get one of those. Where's my nom's chair?
Oh crud!
What?
I redo many things.
Wait, what? Did you say you redo many things?
Gotta redo a bunch of things.
Oh, gotta
where-
redo. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Nice. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I have been having a horrible time working on my ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have cut the ship in half at least 3 times. I fell down the mountainside when I got here, and yeah, it's been bad.
Really make it better,
Fuel
unfortunately.
low. Fuel critical.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm out of hydrogen. Fantastic.
I got a pipe to the thrusters. Make the stuff.
Yeah, so yours is going to be different than the Narwhal, but if you want to look, the Narwhal, you can see kind of all her conveyor sections and pipings that go everywhere.
I see.
Yours is going to be slightly different because it's going to be small grid, but I mean, you can kind of see her because she's still kind of skeletal right now. Man, I feel like making a large grid ship like this was a mistake. I sure hope it wasn't. Alright, what's the best thing to do here? Let's see. Let's drop something here.
Does the ice have to be piped from the storage container to the H2O2 generator, and then from there to the tanks?
Okay, hold on, one more time. So, does it have to be piped from the storage to the O2 to the... Not necessarily. You can put ice directly into an O2 generator, but the O2 generator can only hold as much ice as it can hold, and a storage container can hold much more. So, if you only put enough ice to put into your O2 generator and to have all your tanks full, then as soon as your tanks start draining, your O2 generator will kick in and start trying to fill them. And then once it burns through the ice it has, then your tanks are just going to start depleting. Not immediately, obviously. They're going to run through what they have at a steady rate, but you're going to run out. But if you've got a cargo container that you can put a bunch of ice into, then your O2 generator can keep sucking from it. And you can refuel, obviously. You know, I mean, there's nothing that says you can't refuel, you know, your ship. You know, from a place that has a bunch of hydrogen. Like, I'm thinking about redesigning the second crab out there to suck up more ice, because we need lots of ice. Alright, so what am I doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm trying to finish designing this ship here. Okay, this should not cause any problems, correct? Correct, thank goodness. Too many times I've gone to cut a block and then the whole ship just falls apart. We're not doing that again. Nope. Alright,
Small
right.
cargo containers are quite small.
Indeed they are. They're what we had on the back of the Warthog. That, you know, couldn't
From
really
what you
hold
can
much.
see of this ship here, does it seem like it's going to be enough? A whole bunch of small ones, but that would be a whole lot of piping.
Also, with that many gyroscopes, I feel like you're gonna you're gonna crack your neck in half, because that's 3 gyroscopes on a ship that's like no bigger than a womp rat.
Have some kind of little wingy things on it, and then it's going to stick out in the front a little, but it's not going to be much larger than this.
Yeah, my guess is probably 1, maybe 2 gyroscopes on a ship this size. The turtle, I'm surprised the turtle was struggling as much as it was. to turn. But the turtle ended up being a little large. But this ship's gonna be so small. I feel like you could probably lose a couple of those. But yeah, the only thing I can think to do is to take these back thrusters off and basically, in essence, scoot them back a little, you know, and put some more things in between the thrusters and that, like, you know, an O2 generator, maybe a cargo container. That's the only thing I can think. But because it'll keep the rest of your profile of your ship together, it'll just extend it back a little bit. And then if you're going to want to put weapons on it, it's going to need some space, you know, for weapons, obviously.
Yeah, so this is good because this kind of makes real estate for the weapons go on.
Uh-huh.
But I was hoping that the cockpit was going to be at the back. That was the plan.
Oh,
So I'm trying not to put too much behind it.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah. Smart.
At the
Good
back,
idea.
and then like
I
tapers out
see.
to a point at the front. That's the plan. That's why I'm trying to pack so much into such
Into the
little
back.
space.
I gotcha.
Yeah, in the back here.
I gotcha.
The weapons will probably be mounted on the back, kind of on either side of the cockpit, because that's where the real estate will be for that.
Yeah.
So there's gonna have to be some stuff back here anyway, just to have fun.
Yeah. Let's see, you're gonna need to pipe these large thrusters in as well.
Here, let me like sketch out a thing with.
Yeah, just use some blocks, and kind of show what you're looking at.
Here's the. What are those called? Conveyor.
Yeah, the small cargo containers, conveyors. What are you going for?
Conveyor tubes. That.
Conveyor tubes. Yeah.
Conveyor tubes. Curvy conveyor tubes. 9. Based on the way that it sits at the moment. Scroll. Isn't there a T-shaped one?
There is. Maybe not for small grid, but no, there should be. I think it's called T-shaped cargo conveyor. T-shaped conveyor tube or something like that.
Conveyor T-junction.
Yeah, T-junction. There you go. Oh.
The right size.
I kind of want to see these on a small grid ship. What do they look like? They've just got an inlet on one side and one side. I see.
Working.
I don't see one. Do you see a small T-junction?
I just see T-junction.
Let me see. Yeah, it's large grid only. There isn't a small T. So what you'll use instead is you'll use just the small conveyor junctions. So they're called small conveyor in the G menu.
A small conveyor.
Yeah, just use that. Would go across. And then you can use another rounded or curved one for the back. Yeah, like that. Looking good. I said you're looking good. Fair enough. Oh, nice.
So this is how
You're gonna port it all up. That's good. It's perfect.
from that to that.
Yep, perfect. You just need to get hydrogen in those tanks.
Oh, fuel low.
Uh-oh.
Hit the ground.
Hit the ground, hit the ground. Hit the deck. Alright, so then when we're out here, I'm thinking... How are we looking from above? Not bad, not bad.
Good.
Not bad. Let's do white with the rusty. So we need to... There we go. Get that
Could just use
horn
regular conveyors instead of these curved ones here.
You
because
could, but for
Hold on,
aesthetic
man, anyway.
value, come on.
Yeah, they look a lot better, but piping here to get from places to places.
Yeah.
Don't make T's, which is annoying.
I think we're gonna need to strap some large atmospheric thrusters on the sides just to be able to fly down to the watering hole.
If all this piping's gonna get covered up anyway, it won't matter. I don't
True
know
that.
if it will or not. I use a bunch of little cargo containers connected to each other. Do I need to... The pipes need to touch each one of those containers?
Nope,
Or...
not if they all touch. You can
nice.
run, yeah, you can run things through other things. It's sometimes, like, if you're making a really, really big cargo network, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that. But if you're doing it on a little ship like this, it's no problem. You just have to be aware that there are some things that can only go through large conveyor ports, and there's some things that can only go through small conveyor ports. But in your case, you're not really doing anything crazy like that. Like ores and gases and everything can go through small conveyor tubes as well as a lot of small components. But things like rockets can't go through small conveyor tubes. But I mean, that's understandable. They're rockets. They're big. They can't fit through. So you could use manually loaded rocket launchers and fill them yourself.
Oh. I could totally fit like 6 small cargo containers under each side on this thing. Actually, maybe I just do it on one side and then I put the hydrogen generator on the other side. Asymmetrical, but no one will know.
That's true. No one's looking in there. You'll know.
Does that sound like enough cargo space?
Probably. Small cargo containers are very small.
Inventory.
I mean, they just are, and that's just the way they are. Oh no, I lost my shield controller. Gosh darn it. Yeah, they're very, very small. So just be aware that, you know, they're going to be little.
Well, there's 12 of them. Find out.
That's a lot. That would have been bad, going into battle without my shield controller.
Okay, so let's say that I put the hydrogen generator on one side. I connect it with piping to the tanks, which are connected to the thrusters, which are connected to each other, which are then connected to the other tanks, which are then connected to the cargo containers. Does that sound like it's gonna work?
That, as long as everything is piped together, yes, it will work.
That's what I wanted to hear. Alright.
You just have to be conscious about turning things off. So like if you've got stuff going through your cargo, or like through your cargo containers or through your thrusters, which with small thrusters I don't think you have to worry about that, but sometimes if you've got like big thrusters, you may have them, and you turn off your thrusters, suddenly you're out of, like, nothing else is getting hydrogen, nothing else is getting stuff because you yeah.
We're gonna know. This is great. gonna know that I didn't know what I was doing.
Feel like I don't need these big thrusters, but better safe
Oh
than
yeah,
sorry.
that looks great. And then another question. Let's say I have a conveyor junction thing,
Uh-huh.
and one of its ports is touching the large port, the O2 generator.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's totally legitimate connection.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I mean,
Sweet.
what is... Wait, hold on. Tell me again. What'd you say?
Let me give you the tour of the system here.
Okay.
On the right side over here, we have 12 small cargo containers.
Yes, we do.
I'm about to... Give me 1 second. And then, bang. Just one. I think it needs more, but, you know, we'll get there. So, the thing that I just added was another cargo junction, so that now those 12 small cargo containers are connected.
Well, I don't think they
tubing.
are, because they butt up against... So, like, for instance, like these two right here. These two
Is
cargo
there-
containers, they have their ports touching, but there's nothing touching the front. So they're not touching any of the other ones, because they're butting up against a battery, I think? Isn't it? Did I just go through your ship? I did.
Oh, yeah, you just
Uh,
loaded through it. Okay, that's fine. I fixed that.
okay.
I have just addressed that problem.
Yeah, if you just put conveyor junctions on the fronts, I think it'll be okay. Okay, suddenly your ship is solid again.
Good.
Oh my goodness, I'm concerned. Okay, where are my thrusters? Turn those off. Oh, they're supposed to be off.
If there's a T thing, that would be really handy.
Safe.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, stop running into things.
There's 2 layers. Are you saying that the bottom layer isn't communicating with the top layer? Is that the problem? Because
Let me see. Yes, correct. Because what you're seeing down here is, like, these two cargo containers are butting up against a battery with no connection port. This side of the connection port is empty. There's nothing touching it. So they can't talk to each other side by side because there's no connection port on the side. The
So-
small cargo containers only have junction spots on the one side and then the other side.
now, 1 second. Page up. Yup. Okay, now there's a tube connecting one guy on the bottom layer. Oh, there's only one on 2 sides. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Uh-huh. Yep. So what you need to do is probably have conveyor junctions, the square ones, on all of them. So that they all just talk to each other. That's what you'd need to do.
Well, I'm gonna do that. There will be pipes on pipes in this area. That's gonna be great. And so these cargo containers are all gonna be connected through the pipes to the oxygen or the hydrogen tanks that they're mounted underneath. right?
Correct.
And those
I see that.
hydrogen tanks are mounted, they're piped on their sides
Correct.
to these thrusters. And then I'm going to connect the thrusters. See that middle or the
middle
lower-
gyroscope.
Yeah, I'm going to take him
Yep.
out and put a pipe there.
Okay.
And then it'll flow through there. I guess we could wrap it around the top too. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But so then it'll go through there into these pipes over here, as you can see, and then it'll go into the tank. And actually, those guys are talking to the generator right there.
Well, the generator actually needs to go upside down. Because you got the large connection port touching small convection ports.
Not okay?
They're not going to talk to each other. Large has to talk to large, small has to talk to small, which is why the O2 generator has 2 small ports on the other side. So you just need to flip it upside down.
It's the ugly side. All right, I'll do that.
Yes, 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 I know. This is going to be a very interesting ship.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I know that he was making it up as he went.
I doubt that's what's going on.
This one? This is the one. and then you flip it. Oh, the ugly side. That's awful.
Yeah. I'm making shadow puppets on your ship.
Yeah. Anyway. Started. Typing complete.
Yeah, that's definitely the ugly
Not gonna
side.
work.
But there you go. It's there.
Work.
And this makes for a nice big connection port where you could put a connector if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could drop a connector down. Or just use it as port access for your system. Whatever you want to do. 297 out of 1100. Why are we so low on motors?
And I gotta put a port on each. Also.
Over here, yep. Yep, and don't forget the one between the thrusters.
Do that right now.
That could be bad.
Go
0.6%.
wrong.
How are the tanks doing out here? 22, 21, 21. They're definitely filling. But they are at a serious power problem here.
There are small conveyor tubes.
Oh, that's why. There are small conveyor tubes, yes.
Oh, nice.
Is that any better? Particularly. Oh my goodness, there's stuff everywhere. That's some thick ice deposit, though. Oh my goodness. Thing's blowing up. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm almost out of... That's not good. Actually, I'm right at a hydrogen station. Herder. Oh, I can't. O2 generators. Yeah.
Containers only have ports on 2 antipodal faces.
Because they're small. If you had
Terrible
large
design.
ones have them in all 6 faces.
Yeah.
Sun's going down.
Bomb.
Oh, I think this guy's almost done. Nice. Thruster complete.
Yeah, it got real dark all of a sudden.
I told you sun was going down. Man, we got so many bad ships out there. Gotta get rid of them. All those military installations.
Yeah, that's what we're working on right now. Fixing that
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Let me get stuff
This looks great.
You know, the best part is like you can place it and make it all nice, you know, like get it functional, and then you can decorate it later. You know.
Yeah. Fly it, but it's right. I got what is it called again?
What's a what?
Cargo containers. I got cargo containers I have hydrogen tanks. I have hydrogen thrusters. I have hydrogen generator, whatever that thing's called. Everybody's connected by a pipe of some kind.
That's great.
That's it. It'll work now.
It should, yeah.
Yeah, in theory.
No guarantee.
And this time we're going to make it very aerodynamic. Learned from last time.
Yes, aerodynamics are key.
Afraid that there's not going to be enough hydrogen tanks. Or all the flying and zooming I want to do.
It's definitely possible.
Like 12 of these little guys. More on there, but
Yeah, hydrogen is the tricky one because you have to have enough fuel. The joy of having like atmospheric thrusters is that you don't have to worry about that kind of a thing. Because
yeah, you just have to have battery power.
yeah, as long as you have enough battery power, you're kind of okay.
Then you're not zippy.
Well, you're kind of zippy.
I'm not gonna redesign it. I might make a second version,
Yeah, version 2.
a version 2 atmospheric style, atmospheric flavor. You know,
Yeah.
I have a light. Ah, that's great. Um, that doesn't. No one wants to be kind of zippy.
What? They don't?
Let's be just a little zippy.
Said everyone. I'd rather just be a little zippy. I don't want to go crazy. There we go. Okay. We're doing good. 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 The Narwhal is having a very well-deserved reboot.
Pipes. So many pipes.
Yeah, I'm thinking... Yep. No, in all seriousness, I don't really need that much hydrogen. Like, that kind of hydrogen thrust is just unnecessary.
Sense.
It, you know, let's rethink this. Let's rethink this.
Going faster is always better.
Well, yeah. The problem is there's only so fast you can go.
Yeah.
Before you're like, I've gone insane. So
Another
I'm
lesson we learned the hard way from the turtle.
I know, right? So I'm thinking. There we go. Oh, dang it. How did you end up with that again? There you go. Alright, so I'm thinking do this and have the single hydrogen thruster in the center. if that's even possible. It is. Okay. And then do, like, atmospherics on the sides. Because she may not have to be fully hydrogen. Or at the very least, we could just single hydrogen thruster right now is perfectly adequate, I think. And how's this going? We're getting there. 795 out of 1100. We're almost there. We got thrusters on the sides still, fronts to ups and back. This will be enough. Let me set that large thruster. Okay, thrusters. Alright, all of them safe. Okay. Now, where's that large thruster?
Don't forget about the forward-facing ones. Those guys.
Thrust. Gats. And connector's gone. Alright, I'm gonna need... Gee, where's my connector? Oh, there's my large hydrogen thruster. On and off. And... where did my... What am I looking for? Connector. There we go. Switch lock. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Oh man, we're gonna need some light down there. I think she might be able to fly with the one thruster. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna try real quick. I don't think her battery power is stable. Nope. Nope. We need both. Unless her... No, her dampeners are on. We need both. 960. We're almost there. Okay, you can turn off, please.
Oh, not good. Fuel low. That is terrifying.
990. We're almost there. We're getting there. Okay. Oh, man. This has been a rough episode. Oh, snap.
We've been going for a long time.
We have been going for a very long time. I just noticed that.
That's holding this spaceship is balancing on its toe. Nothing wrong with that. That's fine.
Yeah, it's mag locked. But it's mag locked
yeah.
right there. Like, I started to fall backwards, and I was like, okay, nope. It's a good-looking ship you got there, sir.
Thanks. Added 6 more cargo.
Oh my goodness. Okay, at some point, I think you need to chill on the cargo containers.
I'm kind of paranoid about running out of fuel.
Oh my goodness. You got a lot of tanks, and they're 17 kiloliters apiece, I think. So how many do you have? 6?
Yeah.
So 6 times 17.
102.
Yes, we're in. Okay, come on, baby.
But see, I don't have any idea of like how much is that in like flying time or something.
Yeah. Okay, where are my atmospheric thrusters? They are off. Now they're on. Because I'm also going to turn this on. Where are we going? What are we looking at as far as power goes? Oh my goodness, what's happening? It's too dark. It's way too dark. I cannot see.
Dark, too dark to see. I'm knocking on heaven's door.
Okay, we're 240 meters above the ground. 200 meters. 180 meters. 150 meters. Really using this altimeter.
Nice.
Because I can't see anything. We're 100 meters off the ground. 90 meters. The flip is the ground. 56 meters. 30 meters. Okay, I'm seeing a dust cloud. We are on the ground. Now, where? I can't see anything. It's so dark. Okay, hold on, Narwhal. You sit here for a second. Oh, great. She's speeding up for no reason. Okay, here we go. I gotta find out where I'm at. Where am I? Where is... I can't even see the... Okay, here's a crab. Here's one of them. Okay, here. I'm gonna put the GPS here. I'm gonna make a GPS. MantaRei 3. Okay. I can't see a thing. Okay, I can see a little bit. Okay, I see a connector. Let's get these others on. Come on, fuel. Let's not lose our fuel. Why are we going down?
Build on conveyors?
Why? Oh, I know why. That's why.
Learning.
What were you saying? You can build on conveyors?
You can build on conveyors, but not on tubes.
Correct, because they have faces versus not having faces.
Fix it later.
What was that?
I'm gonna fix it later.
Hey, fix it. Hey, fix it in post, man.
Fix it in post. It's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna fix it.
Okay. Let's turn all those thrusters off. Okay, so I think my atmospherics are in a group. They are.
I have two large, well not large, well yeah, large, small grid, but two large atmospheric thrusters in the back.
Uh-huh.
That's the go baby go part. And then I have two small thrusters pointing forwards, because those are just to slow me down. Does that seem sufficient to you?
Potentially sufficient. It depends how quickly you intend to stop. and not crash into things.
Yeah. I don't usually give much thought to the stopping. I could work in 2 more. That wouldn't be too awful. Yeah, I'll do 2 more.
Yeah, it's really dependent on how fast you want to stop. Because if you never wanted to stop, you don't need forward thrust.
Yeah. Stopping might be important, but I don't know, because I haven't done a lot of flying around shooting things yet, and that's the plan for this thing.
Yeah, flying around and shooting is difficult from time to time.
This will probably be important, so let me go ahead and throw some of those on.
Let's focus on the dang stone again. Get out, stone. Guess I could bring the stone up front. Where's my O2 generator? Yeah, it's crunching. Yeah, we're at 60% already on both tanks. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, that's another thing she needs. Spotlights. We need some headlights on this ship. I can't see a thing. Yeah, I need to decide whether or not these large large atmospheric thrusters make sense. I don't think they do. I don't think they do.
Looks great. Really terrific.
Sounded like a Trump quote. Really terrific. Extraordinary. Absolutely amazing. Just got splashed in the face by my respawn. Come on. Not fair. Whew. Well, let's see. Wait, what time was it?
Crap.
I think we've been going for 2.5 hours, sir. Almost. 2:14.
Into building this thing.
I know, right? You're having some fun. Take a blueprint and open it up at home. Or, I mean, obviously, you're at home. Open it up in a creative world. Actually, the best thing to do, and this is something I learned from, I think Splitsy was the one who taught me this. Make a new world, a survival world, but with creative tools enabled. Because that way you can guarantee that your ship can actually create enough thrust, that you can actually generate enough hydrogen to stay afloat, all that stuff. Because if you just do a creative mode world, because you're like, oh, I'm just going to build, then your ship's just going to work, even if it doesn't technically have enough throughput on its own. So, yeah, having it as a creative world, or a survival world, but with creative tools enabled, that's the key. I can see I'm standing down here on the Narwhal, and I can see up on the base, I can see your suit lights moving around, and every time something on your ship gets built, I see little sparks like shh, lighten up. It's pretty cool. Let me see. Save real quick.
What's that thing called? Shield emitter?
Yes.
Does that just have to be attached Just stuck on there somewhere.
It has to be on the ship. It has to have a line of sight. So, like, for instance, this line of sight to the outside of the ship, because otherwise it can't emit a shield properly.
Yeah. You said 2 gyroscopes is overkill.
I think maybe.
Try with just 1.
Yeah, it's... In your case, you're dealing with a very small ship. And because it's a very small ship, I feel like 1 gyroscope is probably enough. Uh-oh, I'm walking through bits of my ship again. That's not good. Okay, hold on. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Ship guts.
Okay, so what are we looking at in here? What are we looking at? Let's see. Let's take this, the antenna, and let's put that antenna at a maximum. No, not 50,000. No, 5,000. I think is plenty. 5,000 meters. Show ship name. The Narwhal. Yeah. Okay, why did I do that? Why do I do weird things? Hup, hup, hup. Can you see me out on the ice, running around?
I see 2 friendly signals.
But you don't
I
see my
can't see
lights.
I think. Oh yeah, I can see your lights, just barely.
Yeah, nice. All right, so the Narwhal is refueling. She's almost full. This is a little more work I can do on her, bringing her back to base. A couple more bits that we can get built up. Let's see, a little bit here, a little bit there. Splash of this here, splash of this there. But I think we should probably turn in for the evening.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we were gonna do some reach this evening, but I'm not so sure I'm gonna have time for that.
I don't have time.
But everyone, since we don't really talk to you guys much anymore, we just kind of hang out on our own. We will be back eventually. We will be doing some reach at some point. I don't know when, but some point in the near future. I appreciate everybody being here, everybody watching. I know this isn't live, so being here really doesn't mean being here, but you know, you're here in spirit because you watch later. And that's all that matters. I know this one was a how would you describe this episode? Long, quiet, from my point of view, full of distraught failures of me cutting bits off this ship and it crashing. We had a little bit of action earlier when I was going up against that that military base. I did not win, and it's still out there. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to go back again. But I learned some of the shortcomings of the Narwhal. Thrust-wise, she's great. She could handle it. Everything was fine. Firepower-wise, just not really with it. So I think we needed to make some changes. to the way that she operates. So thinking more firepower and more hydrogen, obviously, to keep us in the air longer. So I think we'll be all right. But everybody, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate y'all's attendance. I really appreciate the views we get afterwards. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we are putting out. I know with the Halo CE, I've actually started editing videos. Go figure. I don't know if Infinitely Many saw. He probably doesn't watch, but I put out a Halo CE campaign video. I think it was episode 4, and I actually had a little intro to it because it was a cut in half video, and it started out with like last time on Halo CE, and it was just a montage of me dying on the same level over and over again because I kept dying over and over again. It was terrible. And then we went into video, which was a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, I'm actually getting to the point where I'm like kind of editing videos. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing that. I really enjoy it. And so anyway, hopefully we'll see more edited content. And I mean, we're just adding more and more stuff, which is a lot of fun. I have not uploaded anything to manticasm.online lately. I apologize for that. The Journeys Pokemon fanfiction story has kind of taken a halt since I haven't been posting it. But we will get back on that pretty soon and get that up for everybody who's interested. I actually had a from that, a comment from that on, I have a host on WordPress, from a WordPress thing. I got a notification from WordPress, and it was like, oh, so-and-so was like, liked your content. I was like, oh, cool, and checked him out, and apparently he really liked the story when I was posting it, so I'll get back on that as well. Beyond that, though, I don't really have anything. I think, like I said, Infinitely Many and I will get on Reach again and get, a sequel to that campaign. Hopefully get through that, at some point, so that we'll get that all wrapped up, get some good videos for you guys to see, and then we will begin, potentially, the Space Engineers Frostbite scenario, and have some fun with that. Other than that, I don't really have anything. Infinitely Many, you got anything to talk about? Anything you're doing? You posting all these videos to your channel, or what are you doing?
Nope, I'm just here enjoying the ride.
Sounds good. All right, well, guys, thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys being here. I will talk to you guys next time. See you later.